17 Naruto. Naruto.
EA Sports and the R&A are proud to present second round coverage of the Open Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports at the Open Championship, and we are at the home of golf, the old course at St. Andrews. And Frank, you know the old course is old when the new course here in St. Andrews is a century old.
But the old course is just a treat to play, or even play an Open Championship on that. The holes have changed in the way in which they've played over the years. For example, some of the short par fours are very drivable by today's great players, but the pot bunkers, how penal they are should you stray offline, they have to be avoided. And of course there's all the little landmarks, whether it be the Old Course Hotel or even the famous Swilcan Bridge as you traverse the 18th hole. There's something at St. Andrews for everybody.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, on the second shot here at this first hole, a player will get a good sense of the winds here and how they can play a role at the old course.
And they'll also get a good sense of exactly how punishing this golf course can be, and with such the smallest things. For example, that burn is only about 3 or 4 yards across, and yet it is punishing, to say the least.
Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Bogey here yesterday. Now this for birdie. That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. At the third hole now, Frank, it looks relatively easy, but you know there's some danger lurking somewhere out there on the old course.
There is. There's the pot bunkers down the right side. This is a tee where really you want to have an idea where that wind is coming from. If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, well, then it's worth challenging that right side.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Good swing. Good shot yet again. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Trying to make yet another birdie. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
At the fourth hole now, and Frank, this one looks as though it might require a little bit of club selection off the tee. What are we looking at, partner?
Well, there is two ways to play the fourth off the tee. You can hit it down the right side, but it really starts to narrow up and it's slightly shorter. Most players go towards the middle of the golf course and try and get it on that plateau. But this, certainly the first hard hole you see at St. Andrews.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The fifth hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course. It's on for a little extra.
Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways.
That club must have melted after that one. Well, with a good shot here, Rich, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Not too bad, Frank. Ball is on the green.
About 11 feet, very makeable.
This is an 11-foot putt. Man,
I just pushed it.
that hurts. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Moving on to the par 4 sixth hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot, 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, getting set for this approach shot. Our featured golfer is a player, it's obvious, in full flight right now.
It is. This is where it doesn't matter what the sport is, and golf is a great example for it, though, where when you play your best, it's almost like you're just playing out of your subconscious. Everything happens, it just flows, and you don't really think about it.
Birdie try again here today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Continuing from the oldest championship in the game, it's the Open Championship at the Old Course at St. Andrews. Here at the 7th hole now, Frank.
Yeah, you try and hit your tee shot over a little stone there. It's called the March Stone. That's a good line for like left of center. And, well, if you can just work it off that, good tee shot. You're only going to have a pitch in here to a green that's set up very high. Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. This is a good-looking shot. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Standing on the tee at the par 3 8th here at the Old Course. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
One of the biggest greens on the golf course. It looks flat, it looks like it's easy, but once that flag gets on the left side, this is when the hole becomes a little bit more difficult. It's very easy to take this hole for granted. Very hard to hit it close, though.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. This is a 13-footer. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Always so important to finish your first 9 holes on a positive note here at the Open Championship.
Yeah, the 9th hole, this is the most extreme part, furthest away from the clubhouse in the middle of the loop here. A good drive, though, that avoids those bunkers has every chance of finding this par 4 with your tee shot.
That's in the fairway. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. That's a nice approach shot. It's about 15 feet away. Good chance for a birdie.
It's no snack, though.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Locked in on the read and the speed. In for par. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you just got to keep out of your own way.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
Putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. Has taken it to another level.
170 yards left. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Right in the heart. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pop bunker short. But either into the breeze or, if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those four bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway. It's that sneaky distance.
That wasn't a gimme, but he sure made it look easy. Now to the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The two bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Should be safely on deck.
That would be a great look at birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the fourth hole. The fourth hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Just came over that one a bit, enough to tug it to the left, and plenty of work still to go. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read, and missed out on that second part. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. Brings in those little bunkers called robs. And they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure.
Couldn't ask for too much better here. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Birdie try up next. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And he's putting for par now. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. And now another par for the 16th, Frank, and another hole where precision off the tee is going to be paramount.
Yeah, the norm of the tee is really to avoid a series of three bunkers called the Principal's Nose. I never really figured out why they're called that, but it's not the place to be, that's for sure. Stay short of those is the safe line, and then a little hot bunker once again in the front left of the screen called the Wig. That's also to be avoided. Another difficult green. Looks a little simpler from the fairway, but miss your mark with the yardage, and you'll pay a premium.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. This is a good-looking shot. What a display of shot-making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
And miss up with a tap. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. The famous 17th at the Open Championship, Frank. You begin to see the scoreboards, the grandstands, and you know all eyes are on you.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taking off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it. Well, par fours, they're not all the same, Rich, but after that tee shot, I guess you can say this one's going to be easy.
That was a beauty right there.
just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
And getting ready for the putt. That is a solid par putt. Frank, is there a more famous landmark in the sport than the tiny Swoken Bridge?
I think when you think of this game, the way in which we've followed it and covered it, Rich, over the last decade plus, no. It is just symbolic, not just with this golf course, but the game of golf itself, because every great champion has managed to make his foray across to Scotland and play the old course and walk across that bridge.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Good contact, good result. That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
It's no snack though.
Beautiful roll on that one, right in the bottom. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
Shout out to the 2019 VMA today on August 26, 2019. They're coming on like at 8 o'clock tonight. And I'm excited to see all the artists there. All the amazing artists. I'm excited to see Tori Kelly there, Taylor Swift. They put albums out this month. So I seen them also. They're some of the amazing artists. I think Taylor Swift put her album out a few days ago. I think it's called Lover. Tori Kelly put her album out 17 years ago, and it's called Inspired by True Events. It hands up to her album. It has 16 songs on it, just like her first album, Brick Road Smile, which also has 16 songs on it. And I bought it. I listened to the whole thing. It's amazing. Because Tori Kelly fans are going to keep a little supporting you. So yeah. And I'm excited to see the 2019 Video Music Awards tonight on August 26, 2019 at 8 o'clock p.m. I think that's when it starts. So yeah, with all that being said, CBT Naruto, over and out.